Hello.
Your lady is very late, huh?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Another one? What can I get for you? Like ice with that?
Chrissy?
Michael, sorry I'm late. I had a bit of a tussle with one of my kids. My clients, I mean. Young people. I'm a probation officer. Haven't got kids. Not of my own. There you go. Complete picture. Got the whole evening left for you.
My life story. I wouldn't inflict that on anyone. Drink?
Yeah, I'd love one.
Michelle.
A moment.
To cancel. I had a good feeling about tonight.
Ah bon. Your table is prepared.
Actually, can we sit down there?
So, I said, I'm sorry. I was under the table at the time.
Oh, you're funny. You've got a serious face.
Taxi for Banks. Okay.
Sorry about that. I'd like to know what I'm doing.
That's fine.
I haven't done much of this before, and Plus, I think I can be a bit much for some people.
Not for me.
Swap numbers. Let me 50-50.
No. Well,
Yeah, go on,
that's
please.
too much.
Pay me back next time, yeah?
Here, let me.
Thanks. Merci.
There we are. I'll call you.
I'll be sitting by the phone.
Wait! It wasn't finished!
I can pour you another.
The coffee, the napkin!
Huh?
Very naughty of you to even ask me, Michael.
I know, it's just... What can I do?
I'd really like to help you, but I just can't. It's called confidentiality. If she'd wanted to phone you, she could have done.
I said I'd phone her.
You weren't her only date, you know. There were others.
She gave me a number. She wanted me to call her.
You keep saying that.
Look, here, Chrissy. C-H. That's an R. That's an I.
It's like invisible ink, Michael. It's like spies. I'm sorry.
Why don't we just leave it?
Isn't he here?
Well, it says back in 15 minutes, but it doesn't say when the sign was put up.
Just a second.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry, Luke. I was the one that ended it.
You were testing me.
I wasn't.
I shouldn't have accepted it. I don't.
Where did you buy those?
I grew them. For you.
Luke, a petrol station is where you buy petrol.
We'll come back another time.
Oh, no need, honest. I'm his partner. Let me just check that I've got everything. Client's name, Hugh and Barbara Graham. Address, telephone. Right, it's okay. Nature of inquiry.
We're going away on a cruise for 3 months.
Celebrate my retirement. Big party.
We want you to find someone for us. Someone we've lost touch with.
I want my name on the plate. I'm your partner now, Dad. McCready and daughter. Claire and Michael McCready, private investigators. Alphabetical order.
So anyway, this woman they want us to find.
Christine.
Christine. What's she to them?
We're having this send-off party and she's an old friend.
Photo?
Yep, don't worry. And the deposit.
Is this a joke?
What?
Nothing.
Are we taking the case?
Yeah.
Mwah.
Yeah, we are.
You got an appointment?
Is Gina about?
I asked you a question.
And I asked you one. Is she here?
No.
Look, do you work here? It's just that I normally deal with Gina, that's all. Michael McCready. I'm a private investigator. I've got a client who's looking for someone on Gina's books.
The books are confidential.
Oh, I thought you'd gone.
Just explaining some rules to Mr. McCready here.
Gina, you're not going to believe this.
I'm not, am I?
Thanks for your help, Mrs. Banks. Bye.
You said we could talk.
We talked. We split up.
We made a mistake.
Yeah, being together.
You're definitely testing me.
Luke, we tried it. It was fun. Then it wasn't. Last week we finished. Now it's over. Goodbye.
Do you know Christine next door?
Of course.
30s, brown hair?
Yes.
Do you know when she'll be back?
They're going to induce it if it hasn't come by tomorrow. Oh, something for the baby.
I'm looking for Christine Banks. Christine.
Nana, it's for you.
Hello, DCI Kendall, please. Michael McCready. Hello, Alan. Hi, Michael. Yeah, fine. How are you? Listen, Christine Banks. She's a probation officer. Yeah, I know, Alan. Please, just don't give me the lecture. It's just this once.
Please, what are you doing?
Hello.
Sprained your dialing finger?
Something like that.
Why weren't you at court?
Who's he?
Someone who can't work a phone. Look, I told you. If I'm going to be at court, you have to be at court. Don't waste my time. I've been there an hour waiting for you. I'm working with you on this one. Half an hour, right? Get in. Graham's?
Been a long time, yeah?
About 10 years. I used to know their son, Ray. We were...
They're talking about a get-together.
The only reason they want to find me is to tell me not to come. I had a feeling I was being followed.
Sorry, that's my job.
So, our date, that was just business, was it?
No, no, no. No, that's complete coincidence. It crossed my heart.
Yeah, you Irishmen, you always sound so sincere.
I am sincere.
Don't mess me about.
I won't.
Did they say how Ray was?
They never mentioned him. So, do we give it another go?
I'll cook. Wednesday.
A little clearer, please, this time.
Turn around. You won't tell them where I am.
Wild horses wouldn't drag it out of me.
This was my case. I mean, I started it. I just look stupid if I don't tell them.
It's the way it is.
But they're not getting what they paid for.
Read the small print, Claire.
We'll spoil their going away party.
Look, she's an old flame of their son's. Hardly the guest of honour.
Well, maybe their son's still in love with her. Is Christine married? Is she living with someone?
No.
Well, then you're condemning her to a life of loneliness.
Far from it.
Are you going to tell me where she lives?
What's the point of telling you if I'm not going to tell them?
You don't trust me, do you?
Of course I trust you.
Well, then tell me where she lives.
No!
At last, you're here. Matt, champagne. Sean, mineral water for the brother. First to sample the new menu. Matt, this is Michael, my brother. It's Claire, my niece. This is Matt.
Cheers.
Right to the top, Claire.
Where else?
Matt, get the canopies.
Sorry.
So that's it then.
What?
Luke laid out the pasture, Matt straight into harness.
What is it with you? You're very pleased with yourself today, aren't you?
Oh, just the sight of my beautiful ex-wife.
Laura, champagne.
Don't mind if I do.
Cheers.
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 Hi.
Checking up on me.
Our date Wednesday. I was going to call, but I thought...
Second thoughts.
Something's come up. Something I've always wondered about. I never thought I'd get a second chance at it.
I thought maybe we were...
We were. We were. It's just... This is just out of the blue, and... I just can't let it go. I'll call you.
Is this to do with Ray?
I'm sorry.
Hello? Hello?
Oh my God, Andy!
Stand back.
Can you hear me, love? Who did this to you? Hmm? Can you tell me?
All right, all right. I'm coming.
You are in trouble, and so am I. That woman you had me looking up.
Chrissy.
She's turned up dead.
What?
Murdered.
Chrissy Banks?
Yes.
Well, I only saw her last night.
I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
What are you talking about?
She told a paramedic that it was you that did it.
Me?
Yeah, in the ambulance, before she died. Now, you better get dressed because they're taking you in. And you don't mention that I was here.
You use a lot of dating agencies.
No.
First time?
Not the first time, no. Is this relevant?
The woman at Brand New Day, the victim's work colleagues, the guy at the restaurant, they all say you were worked up about her.
I was very fond of her.
You told the woman at the agency you've been hired to find her.
I was hired to find her. Ask my daughter.
Maybe she didn't want you to find her.
She came looking for me last night.
Have you got any witnesses to that?
There was a kid she was dealing with. She said he was trouble.
Yeah, we're checking our clients.
Yeah, and Ray Grant, there was something between them years ago.
Michael, we're working on it.
So you thought you'd nick me to be getting on with?
Her dying words were to accuse you.
Where were you? 10-ish last night?
I was in. Alone.
You had me using the police computer for the sake of getting you laid.
I was on a case.
You were going out with her.
Then I was on a case. The Grahams, I told you. How did she die? What happened?
You're doing it again. You know I can't tell you that. You are not a man with friends upstairs, Michael. And I can't help you. Not now.
Why have they got you here?
They think I murdered Chrissy Banks.
What? Why would they think that?
Something she said.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, hello.
The woman that you asked me to find, she's been murdered.
Barbara.
What is it?
Christine. She's dead.
I'm sorry. It's just that they're holding my dad for it, and I don't know what to do.
Oh, you poor love. Come in.
Why do they think it was him?
I don't know, but I just wish I'd never taken this case.
Oh, it's not your fault.
Well, I feel like it is.
Sit down. I'm sure everything's going to be all right.
I'll put the kettle on.
Never mind the kettle, Hugh. She needs something stronger.
She's driving.
A little drop won't hurt.
It's Leslie, our daughter-in-law.
You don't think your father did it?
Of course not.
Of course not. They'll be letting him go very soon. Just you wait and see.
Some of them don't like him very much.
Some of them where?
Down the police station.
They're not going to frame him for murder.
What murder?
Christine Banks.
The police seem to think it was her dad. All right.
He wanted to know why you were looking for her.
We told you, the party.
He wasn't sure about that.
Well, I suppose it's his job to have doubts.
He said that Christine told him she'd never been invited to anything like that.
To tell you the truth, we were glad when you told us she didn't want to know. It probably wasn't a good idea to invite her.
Why?
Well, she was always... She wasn't the easiest girl.
Was there ever anything between her and your son?
We did sometimes wonder, didn't we, Hugh? But we thought we ought to at least show willing. Find her, invite her. But there we are. It's very shocking news.
That'll be Ray.
We'll tell him later.
I need to speak to him.
We'll tell him, don't worry.
Ray! Let me tell him, it's not Ray Graham! Now, you see to your father.
Ray,
Ray, you better be off.
Who's this?
Your parents hired me and my dad to find Christine Banks, Ray, but...
She doesn't know what to think, poor girl. They've arrested him for murder.
What are you talking about?
Christine's dead, Ray.
No, she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't die on me, Dad. We were getting back together. She wouldn't do that.
I thought you said there was nothing between them.
We just wanted to put Leslie's mind at rest. She was worried. But you wouldn't tell us where Christine was.
What's going on? Is this about Chrissy?
Ray Graham.
Where is she? I want to see her!
Ray Graham, I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder of Christine Banks.
You don't have to say
Now listen, it's Ray Graham we want. We don't want any trouble, all right?
You take it easy with that boy and you'll pay for it.
I know it wasn't you, Ray.
OK, let's go.
You should have told us where she was. This would never have happened. It's your fault.
They're letting you out. For now.
Did you find the kid? The young offender?
Yeah, he had an alibi.
What?
He was behind bars, Michael.
The other dates?
Yeah, we're checking them.
What about Ray Graham?
Look, if you wanted to investigate murders, then maybe you should have stayed in the job. You're still a suspect, remember? You know the form. Check it, sign it.
If you're going anywhere, tell us first.
Yeah. It's you! It's not me they want, is it? It's you! I've seen it with her! I saw him! I saw him with her! Get him down there! It was him! I saw him!
Leave it, leave it.
Saw him!
Trevor, door!
Get off!
Go on, boy. Go on. Put your coat on. Go on. Here.
There he is.
Did they do that to you?
Leave it, Donal.
Hey, that man is as innocent as the day he was born!
Donal!
You've lost weight, look at you.
After 5 hours.
Did you do what I asked?
Yeah.
Well?
Michael, she's been worried sick.
I have to know what put me in there if I don't want it to happen again.
Food's laid on. Come on. Let me tell you, I have revolutionized the cuisine in this place. Next stop, Michelin stars.
Smells all right.
100% organic. Now get that down you.
Thanks.
Right, how did you get on?
So come on, Michael. And how did they put you in the frame?
Just because we were looking for her. We should sue for wrongful arrest.
What do they expect a private detective to be doing?
Well, she sounds like trouble the way Barbara Graham was talking about.
The poor woman's just been murdered. She happened to be a friend of mine.
I went out on a date with her.
Christine Banks?
A week ago.
Well, then why did we spend 2 days looking for her if you already knew her?
I didn't know where she lived then, and I'd lost her number.
It was arranged through an agency.
What?
A dating agency?
This was part of your cover, right?
A woman has just been murdered. A woman I was very fond of. And I'm under suspicion for that murder. And that's the part that you lot can't get over. That I arranged a date through an agency.
You lied to me right from the start of all this.
I did not.
You never told me you knew her. You never said that's why you didn't want them having her address.
She didn't want them having her address.
Well, I've only got your word for that. You want my help, but you never tell me half of what's going on. I've been walking around feeling like this is all my fault.
Of course it's not your fault.
Well, then you should have told me sooner.
I was embarrassed, okay?
Did you know he was using an agency?
He didn't tell me anything.
I'd have seen him all right. She said I killed her. Her dying words.
Well, you didn't. And that's all that matters. You just broke the rules. Your own rules.
Hey?
Well, you mixed up work and, you know. So let the police just deal with it. I mean, they've got Ray.
What about the Grahams? What did they say?
All hell broke loose when the police arrived.
Did you press them about the farewell party?
Well, Barbara changed her tune. She said they were tracing Chrissy for Leslie's sake.
Who's Leslie?
Ray's wife.
Where does she live?
They all live in the same place.
All a mistake, all this, according to Ray. All he thinks about is that woman. Well, now she's dead and he's locked up. He can think about her all he wants. 12 years. And she comes out of nowhere, just like before. I've been with that man all my life. He is my life. Barbara and Hugh even bought this house so he'd forget about Christine. And he never did.
Do you think he killed her, Leslie?
They've let you out. Why don't you just go home?
Because your in-laws hired me to find her.
They just wanted to set my mind at rest. It's all over now.
Set your mind at rest about what?
I just got it out of proportion.
What happened between them the first time, Leslie? Why did they break up?
They weren't right for each other. He had me.
Ray said that they were getting back together.
So why would he kill her?
Leslie. Mr. McCready, you're not welcome here. You put my son behind bars.
He was stalking her.
He'd been under a lot of strain. He'd taken over the business from his father. All marriages go through their difficult patches. I'm sure you're aware of that. He got things out of proportion, that's all.
Like you.
I'm still here!
Hi, my name's Paul. I was given your details by Gina at the agency. And I was wondering if we could meet up sometime. It looks like we have similar interests.
There you are.
Beautiful. You'll see that she gets them, yeah?
I will.
Good having your own flower shop. Don't have to rely on others getting them for you.
But what did she say?
She was in and out of consciousness, in a bad way. And I could see that she wasn't going to make it, so I just asked her who did it. And she said, Michael...
McCready.
Yeah, she said it as if it made it worse somehow, you know, that it was him.
That's definitely the name that she said. There'd have been a lot of noise, wouldn't there? Would you have had the sirens on and everything?
Are you sure that this is all right?
It's fine, it's been cleared. But it would have been noisy, though, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would have been noisy. But that's the name I heard her say.
Mind you, she accused her first.
Eh?
She was confused. Look, I asked her who did it. You know, who did this to you? And then she says, you. I think she meant all the drips and the dressings and all that. So I said to her, not this. Who landed you up in here? And then she says, Michael. Michael McCready.
You shouldn't be here. You're still a suspect.
Came to apologise.
You like how you did.
Managed to keep your name out of it?
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Tell me how she died.
A hemorrhage caused by a blow to the head.
Ray Graham?
Yeah, he's admitted following her around before he made contact, and shows up on CCTV near where she worked and round here. The van he drives, they've got a parking ticket. Michael, you're compromising the investigation just by being here.
Did he say they were getting back together again?
Yeah, well, he would do, wouldn't he? But if she blew him out, there's your motive.
What are you here for?
Bank statements. There's £1,000 in cash on the floor when they found her. She strike you as the sort of woman in charge for it, Michael? You're not coming in? Roses from you?
No. But what about the other dates? With the agency?
Yeah, we've interviewed him. Alibi stands up.
There was more than one.
Yeah, there was him. And there was you.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't really think it was you, but they kept asking, and you must admit you were very insistent.
You said Chrissy had other dates, apart from me. But that's not what you told the police.
Isn't it?
They think she had one other date. But I was under the impression that it was more than that. Gina? Gina?
I've told him off about this.
What? Who?
Paul.
Who's Paul? Who's Paul?
My brother. You met him.
And Chrissy had a date with him?
He's not the sort of person who'd do anything.
I want you to tell the police about this. Or I will.
I'll phone him. Tell him he must talk to them. He's got it switched off.
Well, where's he likely to be?
He's probably out with...
Oh, is that what he does? Cherry pick your clients for dates? Is this the client photo?
What's the matter?
It's my ex-wife.
I kept telling him he should stop.
You should just give him a ring. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I wouldn't...
Where's your mother?
Hi, Dad. She's gone to lunch with a friend. What's wrong?
She's on a date.
Isn't she allowed to go on a date?
Not with this guy.
Which guy? Oh, look, Katie, I'll see you later. Dad! Dad, don't you think you're taking it just a little bit too far?
Your mother's in danger. You seen Laura?
Sorry? Oh, Laura, no, sorry. Is there a problem?
See you later on.
Where are they going to be, Claire?
She's only gone for lunch. She couldn't have gone far from the shop.
And yours?
Except yours is prettier.
Dad!
Right, this has gone far enough.
I beg your pardon?
They won't be needing those.
What do you think you're doing?
You come with me.
I'm having lunch with this charming woman. I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
Dad! Michael!
Having a perfectly civilized lunch. The man's a maniac. Look, jump in the car for me. I'm doing this of my own free will, and then I'm coming back to sue you. Thanks very much indeed. You just jump in the car.
You all have lives. What about me?
I overreacted, didn't I?
You did it again. You got involved.
You don't think it was him?
Neither do you.
Hello. Hello there.
I'm sorry, knocking you around.
Get it?
I couldn't stand the atmosphere at home. I'm keeping down here. Oh. She won an award, you know. Yeah. For her work with kids in trouble. I saw her picture in the paper. My whole life just went up in smoke. I mean, it's like that. And everything I ever had meant... well, it meant nothing. I wanted her back.
What about Leslie?
We've been trying for a baby, you know. 2.5 years now. The doctor started doing tests and they told Leslie that she couldn't. I said, well, she was pregnant 12 years ago. And they said no. No, she couldn't have been. Just not possible. That's when she told me. She hadn't been pregnant all those years ago. Hadn't had the miscarriage later. Just something her and Mum had cooked up to get Chrissy out of the picture. I could see the way the wind was blowing, I suppose. I forgave her. I saw that picture in the paper.
That pregnancy. Is that why you and Chrissy split up 12 years ago?
I always meant to marry Leslie, I was. Well, the families wanted it. And looking back, we didn't have a lot of choice, either of us. But Christine was different.
How did you find her again?
Contacted the newspaper. Found the area she was working in. Took weeks to pluck up the courage. I had to give myself that second chance.
You didn't tell anyone else where she lived?
She said yeah. I couldn't believe it after all that time. I sent flowers. I phoned up and said, what's the biggest bunch of tiger lilies you can do? I mean, the cost of them. I've never done that for Leslie. A lot of things I've never done for her.
The tiger lilies, you said?
Yeah. That's what she said she liked.
do florists do when they don't have the flowers that a customer orders? A telephone order.
Phone back and see what else they might like.
Did anyone phone you back?
I don't know. I went straight out.
If they were all here when he ordered the flowers, any one of them could have picked it up when the florist called back. Barbara, Hugh or Leslie.
They've let him out.
We know. What's that?
Hugh and Barbara. The cruise. They can go now, Ray's out.
Where are they?
Hugh's in the garden. Barbara's gone to pick up their traveller's checks.
Who took the call, Leslie?
What call?
The flower shop.
Was it you?
Come on, Leslie.
Barbara always knew how to sort things out. Like before. And I just... Her and Hugh, they'd wanted the address from you. I asked the flower shop who the flowers were for. I thought maybe they were for me. I thought maybe it was over. But it wasn't.
So you took the address and gave it to them?
Dad, Chrissy didn't say you. She said Hugh.
What? What are you talking about?
To the paramedic. When she asked her who did it, she thought Chrissy said you. She didn't say you, she said Hugh.
Making everything ship-shape.
Things I've got to get finished. Set up for spring.
Ray could do that.
When you go?
Should have been our time, this. Barbara's waited so long, planned it for so long. Gradually give up the reins. Ray gradually pick 'em up. Then this.
Why did you kill her?
All we could think of was money. Offer her money. She didn't want to know, though. Started crowing about how much he loved her. The flowers he'd sent her. About how we couldn't stop it this time. Barbara knocked him on the floor, vase and all. Christine. Should have seen her. Took Barbara, grabbed her by the throat. She hated Barbara. Hated her all those years.
Well, you could have just dragged her off.
I tried. She slipped in the water from the flowers. Took Barbara down with her. I thought she was gonna... I reached out my hand and just grabbed the first thing that came to it. And I hit her. Only once. It was Barbara who telephoned the ambulance. I don't know if I would have.
What have you said? What has he said? What are you doing? Everything's planned. We're going away.
Not anymore.
Did you tell her how you traced her? She asked me not to tell you where she was. And she died believing that I had betrayed her.
Everybody else did.
Listen, Laura, I'm sorry. I was worried about you. I made a mistake.
Marching in there like Bruce bloody Willis in front of everyone. You made me look a complete fool.
Me, that's the fool.
Too right.
Well, has he been in touch?
What do you think?
What is it with you two? Don't you ever think that there's a solution staring you both in the face?
Claire.
It's not that simple.
Sometimes I think it is, but you're just too blind to see it.
Claire, this is not the moment.
You ready, Claire?
How simple is that? Bye. So where are we going then?
I am sorry about
Paul.
Paul.
I'm sorry about Chrissy. Not easy, is it? The single life.
You all finished up here?
Like you said, Michael. Not the moment. Michael. On the house.
Thank you.